Hi everyone, welcome back. I wanted to show you some of the new plants that I got. I did a little haul at like one of those plant places by a grocery store. The first thing I got was this purple Gara, which is supposed to be able to grow in part sun. I was going to put my oregano and garlic chives in there, but they're still small. Here's a video of them inside, waiting for them to get a little bit stronger, and I just could not resist putting that in there. I love Gara. I think it's so pretty. Yeah, I'm hoping it'll do really well there. Over here I've put my hellebore in there. This is the hellebore that I bought in the beginning of the year and had inside, and I've just placed it over here to hopefully it does well in the more shaded spot. And I also got a petunia to kind of go over the side. This one is called Crazy Tunia, black and white. It's a little creepy, but I kind of like that about it. And I thought white and black goes with other colors, so hopefully it'll kind of grow over the sides and add some nice flowers to the garden. I also decided to get another Vancouver Centennial Geranium, which is this one here with the red leaves, because I think it's really pretty, and I had it before and it did really well. I also decided to plant out all my pansies. I put them all in different containers. This is one from the seed bag that I bought. This one is from the one that I had last year. I gathered some seeds. It's supposed to be blue, but it seems to be coming out yellow, so we'll see what that looks like. But the parent I had last year was blue. And then this is the kind of Swiss giant pansy. It definitely has bigger leaves. It doesn't have flowers yet, so we'll have to wait and see what color it comes out. I have no idea what color it will be, but you can see here in the comparison how the leaves are quite a bit bigger. I also bought some ferns as well as a little hosta to put in this area because the other ferns don't seem to be coming up. And I don't think they made it through the winter. I've got this one, it's a ghost fern. I basically just got 3 types of ferns because they're the only thing that does well down there, because these are part shade to full shade. There's a picture of what it's supposed to look like. It's also zone 3 to 8, so it should technically be able to survive. It gets 18 to 24 inches wide and 24 to 36 inches tall, so it does get quite big. So I'm not sure if I want to put it in its own pot or put it in one of the pots together with the other one. So the options are that I put it over here and then maybe with this little hosta. This is a Pandora's box hosta. It's one that doesn't get very big, but it can handle full shade, so I thought it would be good there. It only gets 10 to 15 centimeters by 10 to 15 centimeters. It is also supposed to go down to zone 3, so technically should survive. But I looked up the flowers and I thought they were really pretty. I know most people get hostas for the leaves, and it does have nice leaves, but the flowers are supposed to be this dark purple color, and so that's why I really wanted this one. I just looked up pictures because none of the tags show pictures of flowers, so I just googled pictures and I like this one the best, and it stays small, so it might fit well there. I also got an ostrich fern. These ones are supposed to be native where we are. This one can take full sun to full shade. It doesn't really matter as long as the soil is moist. This one also gets 3 to 6 feet tall. Well, I guess that's bigger than the other one. It needs 3 to 4 feet wide space, and also zone goes down to zone 3, so should be able to survive. Also gets quite big, but right now it's small, and I just am not having a lot of success with the ferns surviving the winter. They do really well in the summer, and then winter they don't. So I might do them separate like that, or both in the same pot. I also got an autumn fern, which I put over here. A few years ago I had it in the place where the ostrich fern is right now, and it did really well there. But this one is quite nice. It's shade to part shade, and the leaves go orange if there's a little bit more light on them. So I thought I'd try them over here. This one also gets up to 2 feet tall, so it can get big. But I wanted to try it over here to see if I could get that orange coming out. But it's still quite a shady spot. This one's zone 5, so it might not. Well, I don't really expect it to survive the winter. Also put this vine in. I had grown this inside. It's cathedral bells. It's supposed to have these really nice purple flowers, but I just kind of put it in through this stand that I made ages ago, and hopefully it will climb up the tree. It started there and it's already up there, and I only planted it a few days before I filmed this, so it's already growing quite tall, so that's good. I snapped one of the lily of the valleys accidentally. It's still alive. I wasn't sure if I should take it out or not, but yeah. And here's an update on these bulbs too. This one is not doing that well. This one's just staying the same. I don't think any flowers are gonna come out, but I'll leave it and see what happens. I also bought an astilbe. So this is a Japanese astilbe peach blossom. I have tried this in the past and it didn't go well, but I just want to try it again. Putting it here, it's part sun to shade. This area is a little bit sunnier than usual, so I wonder if it'll do better. But also this container, I'm having trouble with it staying too wet, which is why I think the bulbs aren't doing well. And I thought, well, the astilbe really needs wet soil, so maybe if I plant it in there it will do well. Maybe that's the right match. I also have this other hosta, which I also looked up the blooms, and they're also supposed to be quite nice. Not like a clump of flower, but like a stretch. The flowers that are shown in there are not the ones that are related to this plant, the golden tiara hosta. But it's supposed to have kind of like one of those stems with just blooms all along it, which is what I want. Like any hosta, it can handle shade. It's zone 3A, so it technically should be able to survive our winter. And yeah, part shade to shade. So I'm actually thinking of splitting this one up and planting it around in different areas to see where it does well. But I think the leaves are pretty, the flowers are pretty, and as you can see, it just has so many leaves. I think it'll be easy to split up. I also got this vine. I was looking for a potato vine, but for some reason it was really hard to find this year. But I found this one instead, which is very pretty with the white edges. It's called a vinca vine, and it's supposed to be able to handle sun and shade. So I thought that would be a good fit. And then I also got our little begonias, just a little 4-pack. And these I have also had before, and they've done really well. So they're Begonia Super Olympia White. They did really well when attacked by the pests that I had on my other plants. They continued to grow even when that happened, and they did well in the shade too. They definitely didn't get a lot of light where I put them, but they just survived. So I'm going to just plant these all around in different pots to add a little bit of yeah, white flower interest. The last thing I got was this Brunnera. I had one before where the ghost fern is sitting right now, but I don't think it was getting enough light and it got attacked by pests and didn't do well. This one also is a different one. It's Jack of Diamonds. It's supposed to be able to handle shade, but I'm going to put it in a place that has a little bit more light than where the ferns are. It's supposed to be short, 14 to 16 inches. It's also supposed to be able to go down to zone 3, so we'll see about that. Right now it's in bloom, so it's quite big with these long stems with little blue flowers, which are very cute. But once these go away, it's supposed to be more of a kind of bush shape. But the leaves are also nice. It has these like white patterned leaves. But that kind of concludes the plants that I bought. Thanks so much for watching, and check back in to see how they do. Thanks. Bye.